Hey guys, so today I have a video for you. I'm not really sure what I'm going to call this because I have watched some people do like empties videos, or like where they use up all of their products, and then some have products that they don't like. This video is going to be kind of a mixture of products that I've used up, that I do like, that I would not necessarily repurchase, ones that I would repurchase, and also a few products that I didn't really finish but I didn't like, so I just wanted to let you know. So yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and get started. I have one hair product, so I will go ahead and show you that first. I got a sample of the Fekkai Sheer Hold Hairspray. It just looks like this. It says not for resale. It's the blue one. I used this up completely. Wow, just blew the dust out. Actually, yeah, it is. I used this up completely, so it smells absolutely amazing. I love the smell of this hairspray. I love the hold of this hairspray. It's holding, but it's not too crispy, so if you just want a light hold, this is a really good hairspray for light hold. I do know that this is relatively expensive. I've thought about repurchasing it. I would repurchase it. I just haven't decided if I want to, because my mom had also bought me the Chi hairspray, the Enviro 54 hairspray, and I have actually been loving this. I actually used up a whole one. This is my mom's. It has just a little bit left in it. So I say either one of these are great. This one is a firm hold hairspray, so it does hold more, and this is a light hold. If I could have them both, I would. But honestly, they both work just as good to me. And so the hold is a little bit different, but other than that, I think they're great. I like the smell of this one, and I like the smell of this one. They're both different. I kind of like this one more for, well, not necessarily more for winter. You don't base your hairspray on that, but I love them both, so I would repurchase both of these. So on to face stuff. One thing that I have used up is the Smashbox Photo Finish Oil-Free Foundation Primer. This is, you can see it's like completely empty. I've like squeezed every last little bit out of it, and I actually just recently repurchased a new foundation primer. I did not repurchase this one, although I would. I highly recommend this one. This one is great. I just wanted to try something different, but for me, this is like the first primer I've ever tried, and I really do like this one. It really helped control my shine throughout the day, and I appreciate that very much, so I would not probably go without a face primer. The one I repurchased is the Mercier one, and I actually ordered the oil-free one, and they sent me just like the regular one. So I haven't decided if I'm going to keep it or send it back. But this one I completely recommend. I would repurchase this. The next product is this Mercier eye primer. It's just the Eye Basics in Flax. So it looks like this. It's in the shade Flax. Let's see if we can get, there we go. So this is a great primer. It's just, let's see if you can get some. You can see that it's just kind of, well, you can't really see, well, yeah, you can see right there. It's just kind of a natural shade, and it blends into your skin. Obviously, if you have darker skin, it may not work for you, whereas the Urban Decay one would. So I do recommend this one. It is a good eye primer, but just in general, I like the Urban Decay one better. And I'm not really sure about the pricage, but the Mercier one might be a little bit more expensive, I'm not sure. But as far as holding my shadow without creasing and without kind of rubbing off, I think the Urban Decay one works better. Although this is not a bad product, it is still a good product. So I have two mascaras for you. They're both wonderful mascaras. Although I do like one more than I like the other, I'm going to show them both to you anyway, just because I have used them both. So the one that I have recently used up, I'm still using it up. There's still a little bit more in there, but I can tell that it's running out of fuel, is the Chanel Le Volume de Chanel mascara. I've talked about this so much. It's my absolute favorite mascara at the moment. But before I bought that one, I had purchased the Chanel Inimitable Intense. This is just in, they're both in black, so you can see, or you can't see because I can't hold it still. Anyways, they're both black mascaras. They're both great products. I don't know how long the Le Volume de Chanel will be around. If you are in the market for high-end mascara, I would choose this one, but if you for some reason don't like this one, the Inimitable Intense is also a great mascara. I've used this forever. I'm not sure what the difference in the silver and the gold. I think the silver is the intense one, and then the gold is just like everyday wear. I have used them both. I've had probably about 3 tubes of this and 1 tube of the gold, and now I have repurchased this one. So I have recently bought the new Le Volume de Chanel mascara, so now I have 2. So you can see my new ones in the tube, and this is my old one. I'm not opening this one until I know for sure that I'm done with this one, but it's running on E, so that will be done. But these are both very great products. But as far as between the two, I like the Le Volume de Chanel better, but who knows how long it'll be around. I'm not quite sure if it is like permanent or not. Okay, so sticking with the eye theme, I figured I would go ahead and show you my Chanel liquid liner. The brush looks a little funky because I kind of folded it, so you can see it kind of has this little thing sticking up. But this is the, I'm not even going to pronounce it because I know I'm going to like just completely murder it. I have purchased another one of these also. Stylo eyeliner liquid, number 10 black, but you can see that this right here is the name of the specific liner. I'll show you what a new package looks like just because it's a lot prettier and it's not worn off. So this is the old one, everything is completely worn off, and the new one is beautiful. It says Chanel, and then on the other side it has like the name of the product and everything like that. And a brand new one comes white, and then it's so pretty. And if you do use this and it gets dirty, I just like to run mine under water. I'm sure you could clean it with something and it will turn back white, or at least it should. Mine has multiple times. So out of all the liquid liners I have tried, I do like this eye pen the best. I did use the MAC eye pen. I have used like the L'Oreal Intense or whatever that is. I like those both. The L'Oreal is probably a really good liquid liner from the drugstore, but overall my favorite is the Chanel. I guess I'm just a Chanel junkie. I love Chanel, but the liquid liner is just great. So it's really easy to use. I think I like it the best because it's easy to use and it stays for a long time. If you like put it on and mess up a little bit, I clean it up with a Q-tip and it comes right off, but once it dries it's harder to get off. But as far as like every day, it's not gonna run, so I love that, and I would repurchase that. I have repurchased that. The next thing I have are 3 concealers, 2 of which I liked, 1 of which I don't like. I just realized that a lot of the products in here that I don't like are from the drugstore, but I do have plenty of products from the drugstore that I do like, and I am considering doing like a full face drugstore makeup look. There are plenty of those out there, but if you'd like for me to do one, then please let me know below because I'm considering that. I have like a long line of videos that I'm doing, and each video I make I think of something else that I want to do, so I just put it on the end, but I've been meaning to do this video for a long time. So I'll go ahead and show you the one that I don't really like first, just so we can get that out of the way, because it's not that great. I have showed this in videos. It is the Wet n Wild Cover All, just cover stick. I used quite a bit of it. It's almost gone. It's not a completely awful product. I just really don't like the payoff. You can see, let's see, it's right here. I don't like it because it is very like thick and sticky, and it's very just heavy, and I don't like it as far as using it as a concealer. Under my eyes I wouldn't use it because when I put it on it just tugs too hard and it's so hard to blend. And as far as my zits, I feel like I'm completely smothering them. I just really don't like this product. But I have tried other things from Wet n Wild that I really do like, and so yeah. I don't think it's the whole Wet n Wild thing, I just think it's this product that's not so great. So I wouldn't repurchase this, and I wouldn't recommend it. The next concealers that I have are very similar in nature. The first one is this Bobbie Brown Creamy Concealer in Ivory. And the second one is the Laura Mercier Secret Concealer in number 2. So I will show you that I have completely used both of these up, and the reason why, I guess I could get that last little bit out, but it's not my shade anymore. But the reason why I say that these are very similar is because to me they're both products that you need to warm between your fingers before you apply them to your face. So I think that's why I went through them so much at first, and I was like, oh my gosh, so heavy, and I don't need that, and I wasted so much product. But you really need to use your fingers and warm it up, and then a little bit goes a long ways with this product. So those are my dogs barking. Sorry if you can hear that. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but they're going crazy. I guess someone's at the door. But both of these products are excellent. I did like them both. I use them completely up. Usually if I don't like something, I don't end up using the whole product. So I'm pretty bad about like pushing through to the end. I really can't do that. So and most of these products I have, like, obviously these two colors are probably not the same. I think the Bobbie Brown one's a little bit lighter than this one. But as far as price goes, I'm not sure. I purchased these a long time ago, but these are both really good products. I would say that maybe the Laura Mercier is a little bit heavier than the Bobbie Brown product, but they're both great, and I would repurchase them both. But I purchased the matte concealer, so I'm working on that one, and then I'll see which one I like the best out of all of them. So the last kind of face product as far as makeup that I have is a Clinique blush. It is completely gone, and it was in shade, or the color 108 Cupid. So the story behind this is my mom bought this for me when I was probably in about 7th grade. I just wanted to start wearing makeup and, you know, get into it, and so she didn't want to go crazy with all this heavy makeup. So she was like, oh, you can wear like a little blush and some lip balm and, you know, a little eyeshadow or a mascara or something like that if you want. I literally wore clear mascara for the longest time, and I was at the drugstore the other day and I really thought about buying it just because I liked it so much. It gave you this natural look, but your lashes looked flawless, so it was great. So I may have to go purchase that and give it a whirl, like, you know, 6 years later, or however many years later it is. That's really scary. But this blush was a fabulous, fabulous product. It was a pretty, let's see if I can get a little bit of the color. You can see a little bit how pinky it was. The back will show you the color. It was a really pretty color for my skin tone. I loved it a lot. This lasted me forever, given that I wasn't using it every single day for a while, but then I did use it every single day. I had this from 7th grade. I am now almost, this June coming up, I will have graduated a year ago this June. So about a year out of graduation, and it lasted forever. It was great. I hate to throw it away just because it was like my first little makeup piece, and it has pretty packaging. I'm not sure. This is the only Clinique blush I've ever owned, but it's just a pretty, pretty color. So I would recommend this. I would recommend Clinique blushes just because I had a good experience with them. So yeah, it's time to let it go even though I don't want to. Okay, so the next two products, I'm just going to categorize them together just because they're by the same brand. They are both by e.l.f. I have heard so many wonderful things about e.l.f. products, and I think I just bought the wrong ones. I have used their lashes before, love their lashes. They're so great for such a cheap price, and I highly recommend those. Now these two products I don't really recommend. The e.l.f. Zit Zapper, I purchased this with high hopes, and I think that maybe it was just a bad time to buy it just because my skin was completely out of control and this was just like a cheap option. I didn't see really any results from this over a while, but you can see I didn't really use that much. It's still basically a full tube, but I never really saw much anything good with that. And the next product that I have is the e.l.f. Therapeutic Conditioning Balm. Let's see. So it's just this pinky kind of lip balm. Let's see if I can give you a swatch. Sorry, the lighting is so bad. But you can see that this is just a light pink lip balm. It's a beautiful color. Great idea. I just can't stand the smell. It reminds me of that cheap, like, child makeup that you just, I can't stand the smell of it. It's just nasty. It makes me ugh, and the thought that I'm like putting it around my mouth, I couldn't handle that. So that's why I didn't go for the lip balm. It was just not very good, so I didn't use it. It's not a bad color. I didn't have any bad reaction. I just don't like the smell or the taste, so that kind of put that one out of range for me. The last product that I have is kind of a weird product. It's not one that I wouldn't necessarily not repurchase. It just doesn't really work for me, and it's the Lancome Teint Idol Ultra 24-hour wear makeup. But this is what it looks like. Now, this is a great formula, great product. Obviously, it's way too dark for me right now, but I used it in the summer. I recommend using this in the summer or for an event, but this is not a good everyday foundation. I literally had to scrub to get it off. If you want a long wear, like all lasting makeup, this is the one. This will not come off. I wore it to prom. I loved it, bought it, but for every day, it's just too heavy and too long wear. It's not like uncomfortable to wear. It wears perfectly fine. I just have such a hard time getting it off. I feel like I wash my face 3 times and it's still on, and it's clogging my pores, and it's causing acne and all this other stuff. So that's just why it wasn't really for me. So but for events and stuff, and you know, if you're gonna be sweating a lot or something like that, I would recommend this for that. So I do like this. I'm keeping it, but I just wouldn't recommend this for everyday wear. I would just recommend this more for like events and, you know, any kind of occasion, wedding, prom, dance, anything like that. But for, you know, everyday running errands, going to the mall, going to the movies, I wouldn't recommend it at all. So I hope that you could stay through me with this like long rambling video, and it wasn't necessarily crazy interesting, but I kind of gave a little bit of a review for each product and what I liked and what I didn't like and why I didn't like it and everything like that. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it was helpful if you had the same problem, or if you were thinking about purchasing that, you could kind of get a little bit more of a review on it. So as always, thank you all for watching, and I hope you're having a great week so far, and I will see you on Friday for another video. So yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye!